Hello and welcome to the very first episode of our brand new Cities Skylines Let's Play, where we are going to be building up the district of Biralo Bay. So this is using the Azure Gulf map from, I think it was from the Sunset Harbor DLC, I think is where this map came from. But we are just kind of using that map as it was, as it came with that DLC. So this is where we are starting. I am hoping eventually to, I have a few, well, as you can see with me zooming, I do have a few mods. We have some tree anarchy, we have stuff like surface painter, some advanced terrain forming tools, the traffic picker, that kind of stuff. I think they're all pretty basic mods. For the most part, it's just quality of life stuff. So that's about all we'll be playing with. And yeah, that I think kind of covers that. So overall, eventually I would love to build out most of this area. I turned on the 81 tiles mod as well. So maybe eventually we can buy all of that space. But for now, anyway, we're going to focus kind of on the center area, of course. So right off the bat, we have this square here, which is not a bad starting point. The way the highway just kind of cuts off here is a little awkward, but I think we can work with it. Maybe we build out a road a little bit further and then eventually replace it with a highway road when we can, because kind of my main vision here is the highway will come all the way across and connect with this highway eventually. We will have maybe a less interstate highway, but like still kind of city highway come down through this area here so that there's a quick way to get basically all the way down to whatever ends up down here, and back up. And then our very first neighborhoods will be in this area here from where this eventual highway will be, all the way to the coast. So we're building neighborhoods and stuff in this area. And then I'm thinking industry up here. So we've got farming, we've got mining. There's some ore in there we can see, and then there's some fishing here. So I think that should be good as a starting point. But obviously we need to just kind of start building some grids. So I want to use the, oh yeah, we have to place some roads before we can unlock dirt roads. I'll just place this right here for right now. I want to use dirt roads because money's always an issue. So we're going to start with the cheapest road possible, which is, of course, the dirt road. Some of these will have to be upgraded to medium-sized roads eventually, but I think we can just kind of make that edit as we need to. So the grid, I want to start here. I do want to make it sort of parallel to the coastline. Since this is a fairly straight coastline area, I think we can make it parallel to this instead of parallel to the highway. I think it'll just be a little bit more interesting doing it that way. So let's do that. That's like roughly parallel, I think. Put that there. And then about halfway through the beach, I want to come out. Maybe we should use a node here. I don't know if it really matters. Sure, we can use one. I want to come out at a 90 from this road all the way to basically where our junction is going to be for the highway. So we'll have to have kind of a big interchange sort of thing here. But maybe we'll just go out to like here for now for the actual city part. And that'll eventually be sort of our main drag. We'll have a neighborhood up here and we'll have a neighborhood down here. So let's, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of grid out a starter neighborhood up here. Okay, there we go. I think that will do for a start, at least. We might have to dense up this area a little bit more, but we'll see. First of all, well, next thing that we need, obviously we need to connect this. Interesting way to connect it, but we'll do. We'll do just fine. And then the other thing I want to do is start a little industry area over here where it's relatively flat. And we can put our initial services in here as well. So I think it's going to be pretty, I just don't want to block like this. Actually, you know what? I can just do this, I think. That way I know that I'm not blocking blocking where the highway is going to be, but we can go very close to the highway. So let's just build it right here. There we go. I imagine this will be quite a mess for a while, but at least we have a starting point. Yeah, traffic. Well, we'll get the highway going a little bit later. So next, most important thing, obviously, is power. 2 wind turbines. How much does this make? 8 versus 1 coal bat for 40. These are definitely more cost efficient. So I think it's worth starting here. Let's just place it right on the corner here. Why are you snapping there? Okay, whatever, we'll put it there. Although I don't know, I don't like that. Sure, we'll put her right there for now. And then we obviously need to deal with water, so we'll do a water pumping station, I think. That's more, oh wait, 60,000 versus, 120,000. Okay, yeah, this is way better. Let's put a pumping, oh my goodness. Let's put a pumping station right under the bridge here. And then we'll do a treatment plant over here as well. Oh, it's not quite enough space. Oh, this one has enough space. Okay, let's do that. Right there, so we can start there. And yeah, I think that kind of covers the basics, doesn't it? Oh, eco water outlet. An eco inland water treatment plant. So eventually maybe we'll upgrade to that. I don't think it's worth the upkeep cost right at the beginning. We just do not have enough money for that. So let's throw in our water pipes. And we should also make sure that our power is going to be connected. So let's start with the hoses, maybe over here, we'll put that, and then we will also connect this all the way along the road here to the water treatment plant. Or not water treatment, to our water pump. All right, there we go. So I think that's everything we need to have set up right at the start here so that we can start zoning. So I mean, we can always destroy houses later on. I don't have any qualms against doing that in this game. But I do know that I want to save some space in here for like some services, police, fire, maybe even like hospital, that kind of thing. So maybe I won't start with this area, or I don't know, we can always get rid of houses later. But the other thing is that I do want smaller houses in this area. That's why I made these grids so tight. I think eventually this is going to kind of serve as like our lower income area. So I'm going to go by the two wide houses instead of anything bigger. And then there'll be a small path in between the houses. I think that'll look good. I also want to think about some walking paths. So this is going to be a main road because it's connected to here. So I kind of want a walking path right through the center of these communities so that people can kind of get to bus stops or whatever it might be. Actually, that also means there's no residential on our main streets either. So we've got a bit there. We'll do a bit here as well. I mean, our services could be on this side of the street. So maybe we just kind of zone this as well. I know we're going to need a lot of residential to start, so might as well start big. So that is a main street. And then, yeah, I did these little areas too. So we can have some houses kind of inside of this. Not really a cul-de-sac, but whatever this is. This little area here, let's put it like that. And then there'll be a little bit of like a green strip between them and their houses. And we can also have this no zone pathway go through here. I wonder what a lane of 1 square houses will look like. Let's test out how ridiculous that ends up looking. This might end up being a lot of very similar houses over and over again, but we'll see what happens. I wonder if that's going to be anywhere near enough residential to start with. Let's throw in our commercial along our main street here. So we'll fill it in here. We'll back right up onto these properties, but I think that's totally fine. And then actually maybe we can even do this and see if we can get a couple of different sized buildings in there. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good to start with. We could do actually houses along this top road here too. There's no reason why not. I guess I kind of knocked this off with the power lines, but we'll get rid of the power lines once we get some power coming back here anyway. So let's just fill these in, and then we'll probably fill in the other side of the street eventually as well. All right, there we go. And then we'll save this street for some more commercial. And then over here, I'm thinking because it is the beach, will eventually kind of lead down into like tourism commercial, maybe leisure, that kind of thing. So I don't really want to make it too residential in this area just yet. And of course, let's do the industry. We'll just completely fill this up because as soon as people move in, I think there's going to be a lot of industry needed. So that might not even be enough to start. We might have to expand this grid, but at least this will get us a starting point. And I think that should be good. We even have quite a bit of money left over, which I'm going to save because as soon as we, I always have money issues in this game at the beginning. So let's save a good buffer and see what happens. And just like that, we have made it to our little hamlet. So absolutely perfect. Now we have landfill, medical, recycling, school, and what's a community school? Oh, an alternative to elementary school. Okay, I didn't know there was an alternative to an elementary school. That's nice. That's kind of cool. I wonder if it just looks better. But anyway, so let's get out of here and immediately pause so that we can hopefully, oh yeah, and we got a bunch of money with that, so we can add in everything too. That is perfect. So I think I already mentioned I wanted to put, I'm going to put this stuff over here, I think. It is a little bit out of the way for these guys. Well, actually a medical clinic? No, maybe not a medical clinic. I think a medical clinic, it would make sense to put it on a main drag? I guess so. Yeah, why not? This hasn't been filled in yet with all of our commercial, so we can throw it in here. We just need to bulldoze a house. Yeah, I mean, I think that works better because it does fit the whole community there. So we'll just, oh no, that was right in the middle of our path. Okay. I changed my mind. That's not where we're going to put it. We're going to put it over to right there so that it's not blocking our pathway. And then, yeah, this is still zoned for some single housing residential. That's totally fine. We can leave that. I think there's 1x1 houses anyway. I actually don't even know if any of my 1 square houses grew in. Where did I put those? Oh, over here. Yeah, there are a bunch. Okay, perfect. Just a little like townhouse situation. That's awesome. So yeah, there we go. We got our medical. We need a landfill. We cannot afford a recycling center, but we can afford a landfill, so that's good. That's obviously going to come over here to our industrial area. It would fit sideways, so I'm going to just expand this road out a little bit here, because I just want it to fit nicely. So there's that. Let's throw it in. Oh no, it wouldn't fit sideways. Darn it, that was a waste. Okay. Oh, well, it kind of fits there. We just, yeah, I mean, our road won't come back here anymore anyway because it's starting to go uphill. So let's just do that. That'll work. Doesn't matter if they don't like it. That works totally fine. And there we go. So we don't really have any demand for anything. I am thinking that, yeah, our residential isn't even totally filled in yet, but our industry is. So I think I'm going to go ahead and preemptively do a little bit of more industry here. I wonder if we can do, you know, I'll just fill this in and then it'll probably break when I fix the highway. But actually, that's a good question. Do I have highways yet? No, no highways yet. We need like, oh, we need thousands to build highways. Okay, well, we'll get there quickly, I think. As long as we keep on zoning on. We'll continue this road down, so I'll just zone to match here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. And then we still have a bit of room coming this way. And we obviously don't have, we don't have fishing or anything yet either. So once we get, I think that's our next milestone maybe. Oh no, not even. Okay. Well, we'll get there eventually so that we can do our fishing and stuff. But I think, okay, we can't afford the elementary school and we can't quite afford the community school. Are they the same price? Oh no, elementary school is a little cheaper. Okay. The community school looks really good, actually. I think we might do that one, but we'll throw it in. Actually, right there's a pretty good spot. That's not a main drag, but that could work well. Maybe I'll D-zone this whole area, and then that's perfect because it's like a walking path all the way to the right to the elementary school. So that'll be our location, or our community school. Or elementary school. Oh, the elementary school's smaller. But I'm gonna do the community school. I think it looks a little bit better. I just need to also D-zone those two squares. There we go. So we have a spot for it. Hopefully I remember where that spot is supposed to be. And we can continue on. I don't think we got anything else new. So let's let this fill in a little bit. Actually, no. One more thing that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move these power lines so that how can I move a power line? This tool, right? Aha, yes I can. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna move these back quite a bit. Oh no, that does not work at all. Never mind. Okay, let's leave that. I need to pick up this, and this. No, okay, none of that works. I'm just going to rebuild this. So I want to rebuild it a little bit back because I want to be able to put houses here. So let's just connect it. Sure, here is probably fine. Across the street, and then I don't know, whatever. We'll connect it to there, and then we will delete. Hopefully, this will work. Oh yeah, because it'll be connected. So let's get rid of this, and then that should be connected to right there. And then we can now zone our little residential areas back here as well. All right, let's watch it build up a little bit more and see if we can't hit the next milestone right away here. All right, so we made just enough now for our elementary school, and our commercial need is significantly higher now. So let's deal with both those things. First of all, let's make our community school, I suppose. We wanted to put it right there, use up all of our money, and make everybody a bit happier. And then let's zone a bunch more commercial. So this one here is also a main drag, so I'm going to zone up all of this. Oh yeah, okay, that looks fine. I thought there was something a little broken there for a second. So I think I'm just gonna come all the way back and make these big buildings all the way like that. That should be good. And then, I don't think that's even that much, so that's totally fine. And then we are actually on a bit of a need for residential again. I'm thinking maybe I'll just fill in this back street with some maybe slightly bigger houses. We'll do 3 wide houses back there. I don't think bigger houses much more population anyway. I've noticed before even the small houses have basically the same number of people as like a 4x4 house, but that's totally fine. So I could fill in William Road here now, I think, with single wide houses. Now that we have those ones, I don't think they'll tear them down. I think they'll just build the single ones here, hopefully. So let's do that just for a little extra, except for right here, because that's our pathway. I can't wait till we unlock pathways. And then, yeah, that should get our population up a little bit. Let's see if this was enough to get our commercial demand down. It might not be, because we're almost filled already. And we still have some commercial demand. I need to turn off edge scrolling. It's driving me crazy. But I also want to commercialize the other half of the street and like both of these streets that we can eventually zone as leisure and tourism. So if that's not enough, we'll just keep zoning. Keep going that way with our zoning. Although hopefully it doesn't wreck our terrain too much. We'll see. And yeah, that should be pretty good. We actually could put a little bit of commercial here as well, just to expand that out a little bit. Because why not? I mean, yeah, they're coming for commercial off these roads anyway. We might have to destroy that eventually when we turn these into roundabouts, but I'm not too concerned about that. We still have a little bit of room here. I don't think this is going to be enough room for any of our services. So I wonder if it's worth doing residential here right now, and then I'm just going to have to probably delete some of this to put in our services later. Our power or our fire and fire service and our police service. That's what I'm thinking. And as for these little gaps here, I think I'm going to turn these into tiny community parks, just to like keep the people around here happy. I think that's going to be best. And then like same with these kind of areas. I don't know, maybe not even official parks. I'm not really sure. But basically we have some room here for walking paths. Same with down here. We can do like an alleyway for walking. What is this? Fill that in. And yeah, these gaps in between here, I'll probably just fill in with like landscaping. I don't like it to be too overcrowded. I like the idea of having these little pockets where we can do a little like walking park or whatever for the people who live here. So I think that'll be good. We can make it a very walking focused neighborhood. So as soon as we hit, okay, we're about to hit with the new money that we get. We'll obviously need to place whatever we get. I think we might get some services next time. But with that new money, I think it's about time we expand down to our next neighborhood as well. This one we've got obviously a lot more room for, so we'll have to, maybe I'll build out all the roads and then, I don't know, we'll see how much money we have. If I even have enough money to build out all the roads or if we have to do it step by step. Because if we get the services, we obviously have to put them in. What is this complaining about? Not enough workers. Okay. Well, I think our residential is still growing, so hopefully we get some people in here to work. And we are so close to being a tiny town. Oh no, so close to being a worthy village. And then we'll be a little bit away from tiny town. So let's take a pre-look at what we're gonna get, just so we can prepare for it a little bit. Fire department, police department. Okay, that's what I thought. Some specializations, that's fine. Some usages, and yeah, police station, firehouse. We don't need the high capacity elementary school, so we'll have to place our police station and firehouse right away with the money that we get from this level up. And then maybe we'll update the specialization of this area. Maybe we'll leave this for now and wait until we get more into the thick of it. We'll have to take a look once we get that menu and see if this is really in the forestry, because I do think forestry is a bit less polluting than this is, which would be nice, but we'll have to see. All right, and we made it. So let's place down our, okay, firehouse, 12,000, police is 12,000. So we have almost enough. We actually just need to leave it on play for a little bit. I should be able to afford both of these. And we are definitely going to destroy some houses back here, which is totally fine. Let's just put it on the corner here because there isn't anything here built yet. And I don't think, yeah, like the coverage is fine. So let's place that there, and then for fire, oh no, that was fire. Oh, interesting, okay. Actually, maybe that's not a good idea then. Because we want more coverage, obviously. Maybe we should just place it here. We don't have anything here anyway. And then it'll actually cover our whole neighborhood. I think that'll be better. And then we can also afford our police. So I know like the police, I think, has just more coverage overall. So I think it's fine to put the police station up here. Or maybe even it's worth destroying a couple homes to put it down here. so that when we do expand out to this neighborhood, it'll be a little bit more, well, a little bit better. What would you call that? Like area of effect? Let's just put it here. There we go. And let's make sure that we still have some zoning where we need it. Finish that zoning. Yeah, we've got that. Okay, I think this all looks pretty good. So I don't think we have enough money to totally build our roads, but maybe if we keep it on play while I start to build out this grid, it might work out for us. So I'm gonna go ahead, play around here a little bit, try to build kind of I might try to make it a bit more of a unique grid than this one, but we'll see how far we can actually get with the money that we have so far. Okay, so I was just starting to fill out a vision for this area here. We still have a lot of residential demand, so we're gonna need to get on this. But I just realized that I placed another medical center here instead of a police station back when we had placed it. So now that we are a tiny town and got a bit of a bonus for that, first thing we're gonna have to do is place the police station, because this whole area is like way too much crime. So let's take a quick look at what else we get. Oh, we get some more roads, thank goodness. That's awesome. We'll have to check out that a little bit more detail after. And we finally get fences, that's good, and we get parks. So do we actually get the ability to make a park yet? I don't know if that's really our priority right now anyway, but just kind of curious. Yeah, actually, I mean, we get parks and recreation, so maybe we'll have to see if we get city parks yet or not. But yeah, we get some new industry areas, pedestrian areas, landscaping. Okay, perfect. So that's awesome. Let's pause this real quick and get our police station in here before we, let's put it here so that they can go north or south as they need to. There we go. Hopefully that'll help the crime rate quite a bit. And now that we have a bunch of money, I'm going to continue our road network here, do a little bit more, a bit more neighborhood situation here. So the reason I left this whole big thing blank is this is actually, I'm going to make this a big city park. I don't think it's worth spending all the money on it just yet, or can we can't even get a park gate yet. Oh, just by creating a park area. Okay, well, this is going to be a big park area. So we've got some like big fancy houses along the park. We'll probably fence it off after as well when we get into detailing. First of all, we need some more money. But that's basically what I did here. And then, yeah, the community is going to continue on down right to the border here. And we're going to have a couple more areas here too. So this is all going to be, I think, a commercial area. And then we'll do another some more residential down here. All right, so I expanded our grid out a bit more here, and there's obviously a lot of residential coming in here, so I don't think that'll be a problem anymore. I think the next thing that we need to focus on is our industrial area. Oh gosh, how did I just lose a bunch of money? Okay, wait, let's put this back on play so we can regain that money. And then the next thing that we are going to be focused on is industry. So where is my handy dandy dirt road? We've got so many roads now. Okay, it is here. So this is, back here is some pretty good forestry. Let's take a look. Yeah, so we can plant in some of the tree things in there later once we get them, which lets us turn this whole thing into a forestry industry. So let's take a look at what we could do here. So now that we have landscaping options, I think I do want to actually, no, it's hard to tell. No, that's going way up there. Okay. I think I want to flatten this out quite a bit, going this way. Or do we just like come back here maybe? Maybe it won't look too bad. Okay, I'm gonna try that first. So let's take our road from this side here and bring it up the hill a ways. Maybe something like that. Although, wait, I want to be able to see. Okay, no, maybe that's not a good idea because we want to plant the tree plots back here, and I think they're pretty long. So maybe we don't do that. Maybe we just, yeah, maybe we don't do that and we just convert these. So let's start with that. Let's go into zoning. Industry specializations and do a forestry zone. Okay, so now that we have our industry area, we just need to build the main forestry building, which of course we can't build because we don't have enough money. How much do we need? Oh god, 20,000. Okay, maybe this is not what we quite do yet. But we need industry to make money, don't we? All right, let's take a look at our district again. Okay, so I made that come all the way out to here. Let's just kind of start to set up some of our roads. I wish I could leave that on while I put the roads down. I guess that's okay. All right, let's go. It came out to like here or so, I think. Let's just go to 20 and then up to that line and then back. That'll just let us put in a few more buildings into here. So that should be good. And then maybe while we're here, we might as well start to think about our fishing industry over here as well. So I definitely think it's worth doing a little bit of landscaping. Since this is coming down, we can just kind of flatten this out quite a bit. There we go. Let's go with that. That gives us a lot of space here to build on a little bit more. Ooh, and the fishing harbor is actually significantly cheaper. So let's do that one first. Let's just throw it. Doesn't really matter where. This will be a bit easier access. Actually, no. Let's put it on the side here. There we go. And I think it's in our zone. Perfect. And then let's just make this road kind of switch back a little bit here. Okay, there we go. Not the best road I've ever seen, but certainly not the worst. Let's get some power strewn over here. Can we cross the highway? We can. Nice. There we go. And now we should be able to get some fishing industry going. Let's make some more roads in here and just industry zone them. And then I think we'll get some fishing industry buildings. Oh, we need water too, actually. That's a good point. Let's go to here. To there. There we go. Ooh, and of course we hit Boomtown while we were in the middle of all of that. Okay, so we now have ferries, taxis, transport. We don't really need any transport yet. Our city's not quite big enough. Recycling, bunch more roads, bus depot. Okay, we've got childcare and elder care, which I know we'll have to do. And a cemetery, so we need to place a cemetery for sure. Okay, cool. Let's just finish up what we were doing here first. Okay, so the fishing industry is right there. Let's just kind of build our road to sort of match what we did there. And let's see if we have any other specialty buildings. The fishing we do. Okay, so a market, that goes in town. But a factory we can put over here. Oh boy, that's huge. Okay, let's put it right here by the highway. I think that should be okay. Forgot how big industry buildings are. That's insane. Okay, and then other than that, we will just zone industry in here. At least for now. Actually, can we afford the forestry one now? No, we can't. Okay. Let's just zone some more industry then, because we have a really high demand for industry. Okay, and of course we need to set up a fishing route for our fishing. Okay, so let's do that. Not a factory, a fishing route. Okay, so I want to get, we've got 3 kinds of fish here, so I think it's probably worth doing all 3. There, let's do something like that. And it also looks like we are running low on commercial zoning, so... Oh shoot, are we running out of power? Oh, running out of power. Okay. We can't afford a new coal... Actually, we're almost at a coal power plant. Let's just let this run for a minute, and hopefully we can just plop another one of these down quick. Okay, there we go. Hopefully nobody suffered too much while we were waiting for that. Hopefully we can get some alternate sources of power here soon. Okay. Yeah, that all looks pretty good. Now let's go back to putting in our commercial. So I know that I want this commercial, so let's just do this for now. Like that. And then maybe we'll also do... Yeah, maybe we also do this row. Might as well just get a head start on it. But the other thing we really need to get now is a cemetery. Ooh, I'd love a cemetery to be like Maybe part of a park or something, right? I think people like cemeteries. So if we put it, say here, we could like kind of surround it. Although we're gonna have a big park right here. Maybe we'll put it on this side and then we can just kind of like surround it with a couple other park options. Is that centered? That's probably good enough. There we go, and that trickles all the way through. Perfect. So now we have some death care, which is great. And then we can think about doing the other two after we make a little bit more money. And of course, now our residential demand is through the roof again. So hopefully we're not even close to high density. Okay. I'm gonna fill in this whole area here. And then I do want some walking paths through here. I was thinking maybe something like this and then halfway across here. Like that. So we'll just leave that open. Gosh, this thing is not centered even a little bit. Oh well, it doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical. And then I do eventually want some high density residential in this area, but maybe it's worth just putting in normal residential for now, and then we can always upgrade it later. So yeah, I think that's gonna be worth it. So let's do this all the way down here and all the way through here for now. Obviously we'll need some, actually we need some roads in here too. So let's do, why is this? Okay, never mind. That was confusing. Let's bring this into here and then maybe branch off some streets. So something like there and there, and then residential here, and then maybe we'll fill this in with more park area. And we can get rid of these power grids pretty soon here, I think, too. Oh boy, and water. It's always these little things that I forget every single time I like start to put together a new neighborhood. It's gotta bring power, gotta bring water. Don't forget the basics. All right, there we go. And we're pretty soon gonna be capping our little city center over here, so that's awesome. How's our industry doing? Our industry demand is actually still pretty high. And we do not have enough money to get the forestry yet. So is this must be a fishing specialization then now, right? I guess so. I'm not totally sure how this works, but I assume so because we could place the fish factory. The rest of these buildings I think is just generic. Yeah, these are just normal industry, so that's all right. But we'll like replace some of these probably with some more fish manufacturing stuff, but I don't think this is going to end up being a very big industry area because there's just not a lot of building room here. We could maybe bring it back into here for some of the factories and stuff, but we will see because I want to save some of this for forestry too, although might have to repaint in some trees. I'm not sure if this is affecting our forestry or not, all of our industry killing the trees in the background. All right, so what else do we need to put in? Yeah, I'd love to get the forest industry down. Yeah, okay, so where are we gonna put that forestry industry building? I guess we could just put it in here somewhere. It doesn't really matter where. Once we get to, I think it was 20,000. Are we still low? We're also still low on commercial, hey? That's interesting. I didn't actually expect to be that low on commercial. I was thinking this would be another commercial corridor, but I don't know if I really want to get rid of all the housing, although maybe we should because clearly we are running low on the commercial side of things. We can also do this side of the road as commercial because I think this is where our hotels are going to go anyway. So we can see what that looks like. And then, ooh, actually, yeah, that's fine. We'll bring a walking path down through here, I think, or at least down this way. It's gonna mess up our beach a little bit, but That's okay. I don't think we have commercial specializations yet. Do we? No, we have organic produce. Yeah, we do have one at least, organic and local produce. That's kind of nice. But we don't really have any farms, so that doesn't really help us too much. I don't really want to be placing down too many parks and stuff right now either, just because we don't have a lot of disposable income. We're still like trying to get some of the basic things here, so it's kind of tricky. But yeah, our forestry building, yeah, I can go right here. That'll be perfect. I wonder if is it gonna be mad that I already have a road there, or will it just snap to the road, hopefully? Okay, yeah, it's mad that there's a road there. Okay, so maybe I can delete the roads and then put it in? Yeah, like that. Oh, I see, it just wasn't wide enough. Okay. Sure, right there is fine. Okay, so we have a small tree plantation, sawmill, and a small log yard. Okay, perfect. So let's bring our road. Actually, wait. What are we gonna do here? Yeah, small tree plantation. Those are gonna go back here because this is where most of our forestry is. But we'll obviously have to, yeah, we'll take down all these, put the trees up. That'll be fine. But it is quite pricey. So I think we might have to hold off on that. Can we also do... Because there's kind of both, right? There's this like forestry industry, and then there's the industry specialization. Yeah, industry area. So I wonder, maybe this industry area doesn't need to be so big. And we can have some of these be, these ones on this side of the street at least, can be just forestry buildings maybe? I think that'd be kind of cool to do like a little mixture of both. So let's paint a district, I think is how this works. Or can you do districts on top of these? Okay, wait, let's try this first. Forestry, yeah, that's what I want. Okay. So maybe I can do both then. I can do a district over top of this whole thing. Okay. That's kind of cool. And then we can specialize in forestry here. And it's also a forestry area. Okay, that's what I want. That's perfect. We'll get really good use out of a forestry. But yeah, there's still not enough fish. That's okay. I assume they're gonna... Yeah. I mean, it's operating normally. So, I'm sure that's fine. Let's turn off those contours, though. All right. Yeah, we'll get some forestry going. And then what other ones do we have in here for agriculture and ore? And then generic. Okay, so we don't really have like an equivalent for fishing. So I guess that's fine. We'll just kind of leave that be and then wait on our industry to finish up. All right, so at least our industry demand is low now, which is great. I changed all of this to be forestry, so hopefully, I don't actually know if that produces less pollution or not. I'm kind of hoping so, because honestly, this tree area doesn't look that great. I think I'm gonna have to bring the trees all the way back up here just to like not get polluted by everything down here. The other option too is, I guess if I expand this out even more, although this is meant to be the highway, things aren't supposed to be on the highway. But our power, I guess, could come over here further too, like to kind of be out of the way of the forestry. I'm not really sure, but we'll have to see how that goes. Either way, we still don't have enough fish. I don't know if we need more than one fish harbor. Yeah, like our route seems fine. Are these guys actually picking up anything? Okay, yeah. See, look at that. We're like, they're loading them in. So that's not so bad. Maybe we just need more boats. Yeah, by the time he gets back, he's almost at 100%. So I think that's pretty efficient. maybe it's mostly just... Yeah, maybe the issue is just that there's too much demand right now. Freight trucks and routes. Yeah, fishing route efficiency is 95%, so that's awesome. Oh yeah, I increased my crime budget. Let's put that back down. Fishing. So if I increased my fishing budget, I think I would get more... I actually don't know how that works. I'm gonna have to look that up a little bit maybe, and see what's gonna make this get more fish. Maybe I just need more harbors. Might just be the solution there, but either way, I think this is going well. So there's no sense in me building a fish market or anything because our fish factory already doesn't have enough fish, so that should be fine. How many times can we say fish? And we are getting close to our next achievement here, but I don't even think we put in everything from this one. Like, we still need to do recycling. We should still do, I want to do buses. Now that we have bus roads and stuff, we can do that. I can do my actual interchanges now, it looks like, too. Other than, is that the one? No, that's not the one I was using. This is the one that I was using. These are the ones that I got from the workshop, so using some of those would be nice. I could actually get our road system going, but that's going to cost a little bit of money. What else do we have? So we have some better power sources, so that's good. We could throw a toll booth in for our local highway once we have that. We put in the cemetery, so that's good. We haven't put in elder care or child care yet. We haven't put in buses. Warehouse we don't really need right now. Post office would be good too. Yeah, I think people like post offices, and then we still don't have a high school either, so... And we have a huge demand for commercial yet again. I think I'm going to... Oh, I think I'm going to do what I had planned here. I wanted commercial here. I think I'm just going to get rid of all these houses and put commercial in here. As much as that kind of sucks. I think it's the way to go. There we go. And hopefully our residential demand doesn't change. I don't think it will, because we still have a bunch of spots down here that aren't even taken up. But yeah, at least this way we'll get some more commercial in. But either way, I think that this is a pretty good place to end the very first episode. We got pretty far. We got all the way to almost our, what's this called? Big town. We got almost to a big town in this episode. So as always, let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode, what you would like to see going forward, what I could do differently or better, or anything like that. I want you guys to enjoy these videos as much as I enjoy making them, of course, and I love reading your comments. It's very encouraging to kind of keep going when I get so many nice comments from you guys. So thank you very much for that, and I will talk to you in the next one.